results. So
Yeah.
what is it for you in terms of you look for an organization and what you want out of a career?
So I suppose I'll start answering that by saying I have been lucky enough to find the field that suits my personality preferences.
Hmm.
Um, I am quite extroverted, and so the training field in terms of presenting and being able to facilitate classes for me is one of those natural skills and abilities that
Hmm.
that I can do. So my first piece of advice for people in the field is make sure that you're in the field that's right for you. Sometimes that takes a little bit of soul searching.
Yeah.
You know, I started off life in law enforcement and did 8 years as police officer, and then worked for a sheriff's department and then the Department of Corrections. And I learned a lot, and I loved the training within that setting. But there was just this one piece missing, and that piece was that I'm a teacher.
Hmm.
That's running
That's what
through
you
my
got
blood.
down to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I got down to it, did that soul
That's
searching.
where we're similar, because
Right.
I did the same thing in doing
Yes.
social work and working in the
That's
mental
right.
health field. And when I got down to it, because I used to train a lot of young people and we
Yeah.
used to do a lot of rehabilitation classes,
Yeah.
got to it, I just love to teach.
That was
And
it.
so that's good.
Yes, and so really look at yourself first. Really analyze who
Mm.
are you, what are your preferences,
Uh-huh.
and one thing I'd recommend for that is doing some sort of personality type or
Yeah,
trait,
do
you know,
some
inventory.
assessment. For me,
Yeah,
one of the things that I do when I help employees is we really look at, because of my background, we were just talking
yeah,
about this, is positive psychology is looking at
yes,
strengths.
yes,
I think strengths are like critical. Doing a personality assessment is
yes,
good, but I think
yeah.
you really have to understand
I agree.
what things you're good at, and you
Yeah,
have areas of talents and strengths, and then what things that you're not good at. And so
right.
I just think when you really talk to most people, they just don't have a clue. What do you
I
think?
know, I agree.
Hmm.
And so quite a lot of what I've done since I got into the career field quite young is help guide people to find their strengths and find out what they really like. And that moment, as a trainer, that moment when people really kind of have that
The
light bulb,
aha moment.
yeah,
Yeah, we
and
talked about that. Yeah,
that for me is just it's an incredible moment because
it
now I
is.
know that
Yep.
I helped get that person on the right path for their
Yep.
life. Because the truth of the matter is, when you are in a job where your strengths can flourish and thrive, and you are appreciated and valued for those strengths,
Right.
it's no longer a job. You
Yeah.
know.